I think I wanted something more visceral, something more with my hands than photography. Then I got into acrylics a little bit, and then I went deeper into mixed media, and that's where I really found the flow of things. And I stopped trying to paint things, and I started trying to paint what I felt about the things. I'm Sara Lamond. I'm a visual artist, and I'm based in Fourchu on Cape Breton Island. What happens on the page when I'm thinking can evolve. So I might start a painting with one intention, and it leads me somewhere else because something changes in my life or around me. What don't I like? I don't like this circle. So I'll just use some paint to cover up some stuff. I think what don't I like? What I don't like has to go away. Now this one is just very dark, and it's too dark. Sometimes I write things into my paintings. So for example, my paintings Patience and Grace, which have a couple of blue herons in them, aren't really about the herons. It's about the feeling that I have when I'm watching the herons. And I wrote into those paintings serenity and grace and freedom. And that's all been covered up, of course, but that's what the feeling that I want people to have when they see those paintings is. I want them to feel serene.
Do they get it?
A lot of people do, yeah. They're unsold, so I don't know if they're getting it well enough, but yeah.
Are you self-taught?
I am. Although I prefer the term self-directed because I've chosen which instructors to listen to and what courses to take. And we all learn from someone. I didn't teach myself how to layer. I didn't teach myself how to evaluate the values in a painting. I learned that from someone else. So I've done online courses with a gentleman called Nick Wilton, which has been the biggest influence on me, I think. He taught me to let go, but he's also taught me that it's just play. You play until the painting tells you that it's done. I love the history behind the layers, and I love the mystery there's stuff hidden back there, which is sometimes words. Sometimes I'll put down a layer of collage and then completely cover over it. Sometimes I'll paint and put objects into it. I've used orchid petals and buttons and all sorts of things.
Do you always remember what's there?
Loosely, most of my paintings, yes. Some of them I would be like, no, I have no idea what's under there. No, no idea. Fourchu is about on the St. Peter's Fourchu Road, Fleur-de-Lis Trail, about halfway between St. Peter's and Sydney.
Do many people come out here?
Not many. But I did have visitors last year from Boston, New York State, North Carolina, Vancouver. So I do get tourists. I'm on the Artisan Trail map with the Cape Breton Center for Craft and Design. I've got a whole range of original works here, as well as prints. I make my own prints in my studio. And then the wearable art, which is inspired by my paintings. A couple that were visiting in Arishat, they were visiting his family home, and they looked for local websites, and they found me that way. And they were on their anniversary. They always buy art on their anniversary, and they bought 2 of my originals. It's the first abstracts they've ever owned, and I just was so touched that they chose my work to be their first foray into abstracts. So I do bags, I do all sorts of clothing. I can show you over here that the representation of the colors compared to the original works is really great. So that's one of my original stripes paintings and a garment that I've made using it as the pattern. So they're all made in Montreal, Canadian jobs. I'm addicted to these pants. These are the most comfortable things in the world. So I've got three pairs, different patterns of these pants. This is my painting right here. This painting on the wall is my pants. That painting's called Not Quite What I Had in Mind. I painted it in Australia. My intention was to have this tree with golden dripping leaves, and obviously I didn't get that, and this is not quite what I had in mind.
What's it like to wear your own designs?
I feel like I'm being a bit pretentious doing it, but if I don't, I'm comfortable in it. So, and I like having the bit of color, and I've had people say to me, "You dress like you paint," and I'm like, "It's funny about that."